hands are cold.
Oh. All right. So last time,
Previously on Girls Night Out.
previously on Dragon Ball Z, um, you all killed Gorzar. Congratulations. Um,
All of
with
us?
with the
Shut up.
you were there in spirit. It's fine. Um, you all killed Gorzar along with the help of several powerful NPCs. But upon his death, um, the somewhat unexpected happened. Maybe you guys expected. I have no idea. Um, the Drow returned, and having expended a lot of your resources on Gorzar and the Drow coming in overwhelming numbers, it seemed that escape was highly unlikely. Um, so you all surrendered and were captured by the Drow. Um, you were drugged and hauled down the tunnel from whence they came, um, for being thrown into your cells. Um, Esmore, you through the haze, you recognize a tattered and dirty Vath in the cell. There's two others in the cell with you. You don't recognize either of them. Um, One is a similar, probably similar skin tone in the like of Drow, but it's a dwarf. Um, and then there's a what looks like a gnome or halfling, but also um of the Underdark variety. So that's where we're at. The front of the cell is bars, so you can see in and out of it. And it's a larger room, big enough to accommodate the four of you.
Especially with two children in there.
Vath, you look up as you see being dragged in, Esmore, not supporting himself whatsoever, and just unceremoniously tossed into the room.
Is he like conscious or what?
He's pretty dazed, but he is conscious.
Not the face I would have hoped to seen here.
Have come to rescue you. Laying there.
Well, you're doing a damn good job at it.
All part of the plan.
Well, you're here now. What happened so far
I haven't.
when I was gone?
Good news is Gorzar's dead.
Okay.
Bad news is, uh, I'm here with you.
Have you? I want to assume they have Zine.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know where.
The question is, what do they plan to do with her, right?
I have no idea what they want with her.
I mean, ever since I got here, I've been asked a few times about Zine. So
She's just a drow. What's so special?
I'm just gonna take a good look around outside the cell. This place is run by Drow.
And from the experience that I've had, they don't really look too highly upon non-drow.
That's the weird thing, though, because they're being backed by mind flayers.
Irving. Basically, the only reason why they captured us.
I mean, we're probably just expendable, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they were just after Zine.
I would say at this point, instead of laying face first, I'm just laying on my back, just looking straight up.
The world is slightly spinning.
How much clothing am I wearing?
How
Uh,
much clothing is he wearing?
Yeah, this is the.
well, like you wear stuff under your leather armor, otherwise it would be incredibly uncomfortable. Um, so you're basically down to whatever was underneath your armor.
How you know I don't go commando underneath my armor?
Because you'd be taking damage.
Good point.
Joggers nipples.
All the
Chakras
chafing in
nipple.
all the areas.
Jeez.
Um,
But at least have
Y-
shoes on.
No, you took your shoes.
Oh, my shoes.
a few words of advice. I don't know what they plan to do now that they have all of us, or if anything's gonna change, but I don't recommend trying to do anything funny.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, I may not have my equipment, but not completely useless as is.
Please try casting a spell.
That's sweet.
So you can only cast things that don't require a material component.
I can still transform.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I'm just saying it too fast. I can still transform.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just do it and waste it right now because I don't have a plan.
I mean, you can try. I don't know how your transformation shit works on an anti-magic cell, but be my guest.
Anti-magic cell.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me that now.
And regardless, like
I
I said, they're being the drow are being backed by mind flayers, so it's not like you'd get very far. Trust me, if I could do something, I would have by now. But after seeing someone get killed by one of them, I don't really want to try anything right now. Till we can come up with a plan.
So they're already killing people, huh?
As long as you do what you're told, you should be fine.
Is that really my character though?
No, but I feel like your character is also being alive.
We'll see about that. See how long I last here. If obedience is the rule, then I don't think I'm gonna last much time here.
I'll be honest with you, Esmore. I don't think you'd last very long in regular prison, let alone this one.
They couldn't hold me in regular prison. I am a god, by the way. Regular prisons can't hold me.
Okay, there, big man.
And with that, that statement of "I am a god,"
Yeah.
uh, the dwarven figure in the room is gonna stand up, walk to a corner, and start taking a leak.
Oh, you're playing a
It'll
dwarf
say,
now, huh?
"Some kind of god you are."
I didn't say I was a good god. Fairly new at it.
So you had a drow with you.
I'm gonna look at that and be like, why are they keeping burly children in prison?
It's called a dwarf.
We don't have to call it names.
Jesus Christ.
Fair point.
Don't have to call it names. A Duragar to be specific.
They hit puberty early.
I'll put money on the fact I'm older than you, though.
I want to assume that
I'll
I'm
put money on the fact that you don't have any money to put down
Danny.
with you.
I want to assume I'm already acquainted with the dwarf by now.
He's been longer than you have. He's been here longer than you.
Yeah. So I assume I'm already acquainted with him.
Yeah, probably chit chat every once in a while. The name's Malnum.
What?
The name's Malnum.
Yeah, I'm gonna warn you
Thank you.
now. I'm not gonna remember that.
That what was out of character.
Hmm?
No, me saying what, that wasn't bad. That was just me out of character.
Oh, yeah, no, I was repeating the name.
Yeah. I got it.
It's Malnum.
Come on, Esmore, don't be rude. Introduce yourself.
I'm just gonna say it's nice hearing voices that aren't in my head right now.
Do you normally hear voices in your head?
No.
It's a magic caster thing.
No, it was a weapon thing. I shouldn't have touched it. I should have known better.
So, wait, sorry. What did you touch exactly?
Oh, Starcrazer.
With your brain power, not the greatest idea, I guess.
Ah, well, you know. I figured
Well-
let that thing deal with stupid for a while, you know.
Well,
See
you
what I
have
can
your
do with
moments,
it.
I guess.
Hey, on the plus side is we got it away from Arlen.
How many
Well,
you
yeah.
number?
See what?
How many do you number?
I'm gonna look at that. What the fuck does that mean? How many do I number?
I think he was asking how many of us there are.
Let's see. That was me. Another. Well, he was a elf. Now he's a tiny man. Zine. There was this other two with really nice armor. I don't remember his name. There was Vindel. Why do I feel like I'm missing something?
Kilar.
Kilar, that's his name.
You don't suppose you went a little bit overkill with that, do you? That's a lot of people.
And see where we still got wounded up. So I don't think it's overkill. I think at the end of the day, it was underkill.
I mean, like I said, with the amount of strength that the Drow have, I don't imagine it would have mattered very much how much people you had.
Where's Oliver? I'm worried.
Dead, gone, reduced to ashes.
Oh, I will kill you. Will you stand? Okay.
He's in a ferret prison.
I don't imagine you have Oliver with you.
In the cell with me? No, doubt it.
So what now?
Well, I'm pretty sure with the amount of time you've been here, if you haven't come up with a plan yet, and I just arrived, you really think I'm gonna have a plan? Because being captured was not part of the plan. I figured it was going to be an easy rush in, kill Gorzar, find you, get out. Wasn't that simple.
I'm not entirely sure what to do right now either. My mind's just in a daze from a lot of things.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to do the thing that I hate doing the most. Being patient and waiting.
Scout out for a bit, gather information.
Read a book.
Yeah, maybe I could do that.
If it's common, I can't read it. If it's Elvish, probably a little bit better at that.
All of you give me a perception check.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to either.
Oh, that was.
Yeah,
See,
you can-
this
you can
always
take your shades off
happens.
at Whisper now.
It's
I don't
always
have the
happens.
button.
You all start to hear footsteps coming down the hallway of these. There's a lot of cells here, and there are others in the other cells. And like people were talking, and as soon as they hear the footsteps, everything goes quiet.
Stop talking as well then. If I'm hearing footsteps, fuck that, dude.
It's like someone's coming.
I'm gonna cover Esmore's mouth. I'm just gonna look at him and be like, shh.
I'm gonna see if I can get an eye on whoever's coming around.
Yeah, you move up to the bars and like try to look down the hallway as best you can. And it's a pair. It's a female drow and mind flayer. And as they get closer, it feels like your brain starts to fill with static.
Nothing Esmore isn't used to.
In the cell across from you, there's a dingy older human man. The pair ignore the four of you in this cell. And the drow just nods towards the man across. The mind flayer opens the door, and the man looks up. His eyes are kind of wide, and the mind flayer just picks him up by the back of his clothes and starts dragging him out of the cell. You can see the tentacles of its face. Let me see if I can really share this picture with you. Let me just remove the description that I can share it. Yeah, there we go. This thing.
I already know what I want to yell at it.
You can see the four tentacles on its face just twitching and moving, almost mind of their own, like reaching towards the man. But the man knows it's best to not resist and just gets dragged off out of you. And eventually you don't hear the footsteps anymore. Very slowly, you start to hear whispered voices from the other cells.
The drow and the walking squids.
Well, he's probably a goner.
Wonder which one it is. Dead or transformed?
We mean transformed.
Personally prefer dead. If I had to pick and choose.
I would rather the same as well.
Hey, I transform on a regular basis. It ain't too bad.
The
This ain't the
gnome,
transformation you want.
the deep gnome speaks up. Hardly matters.
Fair point.
Fucker's dead anyway.
Damn, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
You kiss your mother?
I don't have a mother.
No, fair enough.
Awkward.
Yeah, he has totally killed the vibe.
Yeah,
Shit.
thanks, dude. Bringing up my dead mother.
Thought you didn't have a mother.
That's why I don't have a mother.
Tried to kiss her.
Probably. Who knows what those surface dwellers do?
So how'd you two get it on here? Don't see humans a whole lot.
Well, we got into a fight with a fucking. What was it again?
Half dragon.
Yeah, half dragon. And we all almost died. They teleported out, and I was kind of left there alone. Partly of my own fault, but not entirely. And that's how I got captured.
And then we swooped back in to try and rescue Vath. We killed the half dragon, and then these drow showed up and basically said, "You're ours now." And then that's why we're here.
Well, your first mistake was traveling with a drow.
Not wrong there.
Well, I have a duty to protect this drow right now, so.
Who would want to protect a drow?
I'm with this guy.
Well, I don't care what y'all want to do. Y'all can sit in that corner and die for all I care. My only purpose right now is to make sure that that drow that you're talking about doesn't die.
Well, if they got a hold of her, either she was already with them,
Or
and you
she's
just didn't know.
or she's gonna be.
She's a lot more resilient than you give her credit for.
I get the feeling it'll be a little bit harder this time around.
But she being around her own kind is not gonna end very, very well.
Yeah, there's that.
I think what we need to do is figure out how to get out of here.
I'm all ears. I've been trying for the last couple of weeks.
You're not tiny enough to fit.
It's more
The
of those
bars?
squid folk, you called them. The mind flayers? Yeah,
I've encountered mind players before.
I
They,
believe the proper noun or word for it is illithid.
he kind of sneers at you. Oh, you read books? Are you some kind of wizard?
Yeah, actually.
His favorite book is about rocks.
No. God, no.
Kind of shrugs. Yeah, they can sense the people who think. And if you have any kind of brain, they kind of know where you are.
They'll find me in a heartbeat then.
I have a feeling you'd be easier to get away. It'd be easier for you, at least.
Yeah, not much going on up there.
I've managed to survive a year.
You're lucky.
You've been here a whole year and you haven't even had a plan on getting out.
It's more of, do you think you can find an opportunity with good results?
Well, let me think. Let's think about this. Someone with my, you know, lack of brain power you think of. You've been here a year. You know things about this place, about their rotations, about how they operate here. Knowing that kind of information, I'm pretty sure we can figure out a way to get out of here.
It's a little hard when you're attached to 3 other people.
Power numbers?
Not to mention, we don't have any of our gear, so even if we do get out, what's the point?
Do I know where they might take equipment from people and store it?
I mean, there's like a handful of places. Like if you're lucky, it's hopefully close in like the nearest one of the floors of the nearest stalactite. If you're unlucky, like it's in whatever vault the drow keep.
Oh, right.
And does more, there is the issue that even if we do get out, they have their hands on that.
That.
Nothing you
Yeah.
should be concerning yourselves with.
That is
More trouble than
I,
it's worth.
I didn't think about that. That is
Yeah.
kind of worrisome. But
Well,
if
as
they
someone
really
who wants
wanted,
to leave, I think it'd be good to know what that is.
And the
Yeah,
way you're
I'm-
talking
yeah,
about it
and
feels like it's something that you should be aware of.
hang on, hey, adults are talking here. No, quiet. Um,
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, the deep gnome just kind of just like frowns and
if they really wanted that, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have let Gorzar have what he had at all.
You really underestimate how strong it is.
I know, but like I was saying, if they wanted it, they would have taken it from him.
Who's to say they didn't?
Well, now that he's dead, I'm pretty sure they did.
And they have, what, 3 of them? 4?
Look,
Well, whatever it is.
if you have any hope
let's
of
just
getting out of
say
here,
it's
you
an-
might as well
it's an-
start sharing. Because
Let's
even
just
if
We're
it's
talk-
even if it's not
If you have
worth
any idea what the dragon masks are, then I can leave it at that.
Do I know what the dragon masks are? Probably
give me an
not, I'm
Arcana check
assuming.
or history.
Ah. If only I could read. Nope.
Probably some kind of jewelry. But
That's
based
okay.
on how they're talking, it's probably powerful jewelry.
Alright, so I don't know what it is, but occasionally in the guard rotation, one will come alone. Not too common, but it's probably our best bet.
We need to make a situation to where that one single guard alone will have to have a reason to come into the cell.
Oh, good luck
I
coming up with
doubt
a reason.
I doubt if some of us started like fighting, I doubt they'll come in here and try and stop the fight. 'Cause I doubt they would care.
They
Right
don't.
about that one.
Same if one of us was sick or injured.
They wouldn't care.
Insults. The fact that
I'd-
he's a drow, maybe. Make comments about the fact that he is.
I'd rather not die.
One of them. We just gotta get out of the cell, get out of the anti-magic zone. I don't know if it's just in the cell or if it's this whole area.
Is it just the cells that are anti-magic?
Yes, but the whole whole city has some amount of anti-magic to it, blocking certain things.
Okay. You can always call them by one of their favorite names.
I don't know if my transformations would be affected by the anti-magic.
There's only one way to find out.
I'm gonna look at Fast and just be like, what would be a good test to turn into? I don't want to be too conspicuous if it does work.
I shrug and I'm like, "Fuck if I know. I don't know what you can transform into."
You've seen me transform into a few things. There's some you haven't seen, but you've seen a few.
None of the
Something
stuff that you
small to get out
normally,
of the bars.
nothing, not anything you normally turn into.
I'm gonna try and turn myself into a weasel.
You focus, you think about the form of Oliver, and nothing happens.
Well, there goes that. Can't
Well,
do
you
that
don't
in
need
here.
to. Well, you don't need to worry about not being able to use it in the future because you're probably not gonna need to anyways. At least not yet.
Hmm. Can I examine the bars and see if there's like any like weak point?
The bars are sturdy metal, and without your gauntlets or Vath's belt of giant strength, there's a pretty low chance that you'd be able to do anything to these bars.
Is it like metal into like a concrete ground or what?
It's like stone. Yeah.
Uh,
As I said, probably not the best idea to do anything right now. Just give it some time. You'll think of something, probably.
so all I have to do is just sit here and wait.
The best thing I can come up with is when they take us all out to go mine or fucking carry things or whatever the fuck they're gonna have us do. Just hope that something else causes a commotion, we can make a break for it.
Find
You
some weapons.
maybe find your
I mean, if
crowns
we're
or
out,
whatever the fuck, and whatever else you guys brought down here.
if they take us out to mine, we can use the pickaxes as weapons.
Yeah, good luck with that.
There's also the issue of us being chained together.
We could probably find a way to break it pretty easy,
Maybe.
given the tools and time.
The problem is having the time.
We'll pretty much be watched at all times.
That's why we need
I
something
can
to
keep
happen. That's what I've been
I
waiting
can
for.
keep trying to, at all times while we're being moved. I can, if you all want, I can try and keep transforming into something that can break these shackles. That way we hit like a spot where it's not a dead zone. Like a momentary gap between dead zones.
Might work. As long as there's not too many of them around. I could probably take a few, even without a weapon.
If I transform, that is my weapon, but I would have to stay within the limits of that dead zone.
And there's no telling how big it is, and if you walk out, then you're kind of fucked.
Well, if anything, I transform it, right in that space, break the chains. Even if I revert back, at least the chains are broken.
Noble sacrifice.
Not to mention, I don't think they'll take too kindly if we all just make a break for it.
I'm pretty sure they'd be down on us pretty hard and fast.
Yeah, that's why it can't just be the four of us.
I know
can
there's a
wait.
couple of guys around here all looking for a chance. We find that chance and get started. More
Yeah.
bodies to hide with.
Yep, they can't slaughter us all. Yeah, your odds are better in larger numbers, so
I
if
mean,
you can
they definitely
manage to
could.
convince the broken spirits in here that they have a chance, by all means.
I'm going to get close to the bars and uh, whistle over to whatever cells close by.
Okay.
And
Did you say anything?
just see if I get a response. I'm gonna see if someone will give any sort of response first before I say anything.
Yeah, you've been here long enough. You get a whistle back.
And I'll respond with, any more newbies over there?
As a young wood elf. This one. She's a bit worse for wear, but I think she'll be alright. Assuming she doesn't make trouble.
Best let them know the rules then.
As soon as they're awake.
What the hell's a wood elf doing down this way?
Do I know that the drow have been causing a ruckus a bit on the surface at all?
The drow generally cause a ruckus on the surface. They regularly
Okay.
send out raiding parties to replenish slaves and
Food for the mind flayers.
yeah, basically. Yeah, there's regular commotion caused by the drow.
Yeah.
There's been a much larger influx in the past, 2 months. There's been the drow have been doing quite a bit. But those numbers have been quickly culled back to their close to the regular numbers. So they still probably have too many slaves than they can handle. But unless something happens, they wouldn't be like overthrown per se.
Yeah. Well, the more new people with hope, the better the chance.
Agree with that. And you know the other person on the side of the wall is a probably it's hard to judge human age, but probably around 30s human male. He seemed to be some sort of fighter or guard in the past. He only came down the last 2 months or so.
Alrighty. He's one I would want.
The Versneeblin, who is also in the cell with you, the deep gnome. You've been down here longer than he has, at least with the drow. But he's been here for around 6 months or so. He can be a little shit, but he's sneaking quick. He's been able to steal a few things in the past.
Mm-hmm.
There's a handful of others that you've managed to get to know throughout. Who knows if they're still alive? But there's a handful of folk.
Yeah.
But not too much longer. You hear a group coming down, and the voice is quiet as you start to hear cells open. And a female drow backed with 2 mind flayers steps in front of yours. I think only Esmore understands because he's the only one that speaks Elvish. You just hear her say, "Open it." One of the mind flayers steps forwards and opens the cell, and you feel the oppressive static in your heads as the other one steps forward with manacles are linked together to other sets with chain. The Versneeblin just puts his arms out and just like kind of looks at the rest of you.
Yeah, and arms out. I know the drill.
You know, metal's not really my color.
The manacles get snapped on. Vath, you've been through this once or twice.
Yeah.
Esmore, do you do anything? Or Vath?
Other than just say metal isn't my color.
The manacles snap on and are locked,
I have
and
this place.
you start being let out. See up and down the hall, there's more Illithid than Drow, but the prisoners outnumber the Illithid like in Drow like 10, 15 to 1. There's a lot more of you than there are of them.
Number 1.
But as you are let out, you step out into an enormous cavern.
Still focusing on transforming.
You want to keep attempting it?
Yeah. It'd be something a lot bigger, of course, than a weasel, but
You hear a voice in your head, and it's not like Black Razor. Black Razor was smooth and conniving and not necessarily an oppressive presence, but the voice in your head now is distinctly alien. It sends shivers down your spine. And all it says is, "Don't try it."
can I tell by looking around who is the one getting in my head? Like, do I see anyone like looking at me or?
Give me a perception check.
Wheel. Constant 12s.
The mind flayer next to you is kind of just looking down at you. It's still a good head and shoulders taller than you.
I'll just give Mike a little smile, like damn, you got it.
And you
like
see
good
one
lucky
of the
kind of thing.
tentacles like trying to reach out for you.
Hey, I'm not into that.
He keeps walking. Do you continue to try to attempt to transform?
feel like if I do, he knows he can sense that I'm trying to do it. If I keep doing it, something worse is gonna happen. No, not right now. I'm not.
Okay.
Isn't it fun dealing with mind readers? When you have to think about your spells?
Yep.
Mind flayers are fucked. Like, they're the big problem here.
Yeah, so you step out into this massive cavern, and above you about, it's hard to tell distance, but probably around 400 to 500 feet, there's a ceiling attached are enormous stalactites that come down halfway. Some make full columns with stalagmites on the ground. On the ceiling, you can see pinpricks of light, just kind of shimmering. Some are full on blinking. Almost looks like a night sky. Though there are no constellations that you might recognize. And the city of Mesobranzan sprawls out before you in this massive cavern. From your slightly elevated position, you can see lights moving along the streets as presumably people conduct business. You're led down and into a tunnel passage. Where you are given pickaxes. There are a few drow who light the area for those who are less endowed with dark vision, with some dancing lights, so you can kind of see what you're doing. But it seems like it seems like they're making some sort of new tunnel going in a direction. It doesn't seem to have any particular destination as of yet. Whether they're trying to link up with their own tunnels or get somewhere new, or if this is just an exploration type thing. But once you are led there, there's about a group of like anywhere from like 20 to 30 maybe slaves. The rest of the people, and there are like 200 plus prisoners of the Drow, at least in your block of cells. That are led to different areas to do different things. But you're given pickaxes, and you're told in your heads to mine.
I'll start mining away.
Mining away.
Don't know if I to do. I'll mine it anyway.
Alright, you guys can find someone else to play Bath. I'm done.
As the big drow slave.
Hi ho, hi ho.
All right, motherfucker. I'd let your racism slide. Can I get a general idea on how many guards are around and if there are any illithids walking around?
There are 2 drow, and let's see. Two of the mind flayers stay. There's a third one that shows up occasionally, but it's generally 2 drow and 2 mind flayers.
Yes, they can't read all of our minds at once.
They're a hive mind.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I was concentrating, I'm trying to transform the one next to me notice. But if we can get like a riot going and have everybody thinking of something kind of magical all at once, I highly doubt these things will know if they're actually able to cast those spells or not. So that's gonna be risky. Thing is, if I can somehow find a spot where I can transform into a earth elemental without them noticing me concentrating on it, then I should be able to bury myself into this, disturbed earth right here.
And then what?
I can move around underground without them being able to find me.
Regardless of if you're not there, what'll happen to us?
Do you think they'll punish you for something that I've done?
Yes.
Guilty by
A
association.
resounding 7 more people. Yes.
People who weren't even in the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason escape hasn't happened.
How many druids have been captured?
I mean, my best guess is a handful. I don't know. Magic people are weird.
A handful of druids transforming at once, a bunch of magic people. We can just find the zone, everyone casting spells in all directions.
I honestly think it may take a day or two to prep before we actually do this.
Find the people still willing to fight. I know a handful. If they're still alive and we find them.
I want to use this, but I also don't want to get killed on the spot, so I'm not going to.
Looking around, do I happen to notice anybody familiar?
Give me a perception check.
Something better than a 12. Yeah, it's better than a 12.
No. But like there's a lot of humans. There's a small mix of other races, but not anyone that you have interacted with.
No one from our group or nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
What's wrong, Esmore?
Trying to find out where Alphonse and
Looking for a familiar face?
yeah.
I don't know if this helps, but I know at one point I did see a drow that had very similar eyes to Xena.
What sort of eyes are you talking about?
Like, she had like 2 different colored eyes. It's weird. She's like a cat or something. I don't know what it is.
I'll say
But they had very similar eyes.
this may be even more helpful. Whenever I was, right before we were captured, there was somebody that looked exactly like Zine.
I mean, I couldn't tell you what she looked like because I didn't get insanely close and wasn't paying too much attention, but I know that the eyes were very, very similar.
Do the eyes ring any bells? Of like any matron mother's house or specific group of drow?
It seems that the ones that have the different colored eyes are of a significantly higher station than all the other drow.
Okay.
you relay that information?
Yeah, I'll relay the information.
Well, that may explain why they wanted Zine so badly. At least give us a
Runaway
clue.
family member or something.
Well, the thing is, from what I understood, she never knew anything about her family or didn't really know anything about her people. She wasn't raised with the Drow.
I will say, we don't know that for sure.
Ever thought she could have lied?
She was a slave, wasn't she? That's why she was so scared of Gorzar. She was a slave of it.
She wasn't always a slave, was she?
Got away.
Yeah. I mean, even before she was taken by Gorzar.
But we don't know how young she was. We
Think
can't
of it from her perspective. If you had that kind of family, you probably wouldn't be so keen to tell everybody about it, would you?
not necessarily. She trusted us. I'm pretty sure she to give Zine the benefit of the doubt. I doubt she would have given us the amount of information that she felt was needed to be given. She felt that we needed to know something about her of importance. She would have told us.
I want to think the same, but I've been here a while, and all hope's just being lost, man.
You're just letting this place get to you.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
You're pretty chipper for this situation.
Who, me?
You've got the highest hopes of anyone here.
I just don't believe in giving up to your dead.
I can get behind that. So your drow friend supposedly didn't know their heritage. You get captured, they take her away. Well, she's about to learn about it real soon.
Yeah, and knowing how she is, she's not going to take it very well. And she's not probably going to be very accepting of it at the same time.
Let's just hope she can do something on her end and doesn't get herself killed.
Well, I doubt if they wanted her dead. They would have done it by now. They wouldn't have put in so much effort to capture her. They were going to be so easily willing to kill her.
The drow are ruthless. I don't think there's a race down here that enjoys their presence.
Except the Drow themselves.
That's not even true.
Even they hate each other. It's a continuous power struggle, I guess. Is a way to put it.
I just find it very odd, though.
What if we can find a Drow or two that hate the Drow as much as everybody else here and be willing to help us?
If you're talking about the guards, that's unlikely.
It's just, don't you just find it weird that the mind flayers are helping the Drow in general?
That is weird. There's got to be an ulterior motive.
Generally, they're very xenophobic, so they'll keep to themselves, right?
Yeah, I haven't figured that one out quite yet.
There's got to be some sort of reason beyond my knowledge, and I've been here quite a while.
What happened to those in this place that caused a commotion?
I'm just gonna look at the. Do I know the Deep Gnome's name? I assume.
Yeah. His name is Alec.
Alec. Okay.
There's a lot of things that live down here. Just hope that something big breaks through.
We're seeing someone's head get hollowed out once, though I doubt that'll do much for you because there's not much going on up there, anyways.
I gotta help.
Oh, kind of already there.
Nah, I bet hell's a little bit more accommodating.
You're not wrong.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather see you dead than transformed.
Trying to figure out if there's a way to where they'll section me off away from everybody else to either question me, torture me, Anything but kill me or transform me to a point to where I can try and ask some questions.
Is that really a risk you want to take?
I mean,
Use your friend's name if you want.
talking about Z.
I don't know. Zine's a pretty human name. You can find out what her drow name is.
I didn't even consider that she would have a drow name.
And if they're putting that much effort in, maybe she's part of one of the major houses.
If the eyes match, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about these drow houses and shit. Could you explain that a bit more in detail?
There's a handful of them. I actually don't know the actual number, but Alec kind of looks up to you, Velnum. They're led by an older female drow, some sort of matriarchy. I'm sure they all hate each other, but keep the place running, they kind of have to work together.
In some facet. I'd say generally it's slaves are the lowest, obviously. And then I'd go for any other race. Mind flayers above that. Male drow, then female drow, then houses. The matron mothers.
Where these drow are a peculiar race.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I think we'd be better off without them. Haven't met a good one yet.
Can't
I
argue with
haven't
that.
met Zine yet. I'm surprised though, that Zane is a type who'd put others before herself. So the fact that she hasn't tried to make contact with either of us means she's either in a very precarious position, or locked up like we are, or maybe worse.
Want to imagine that she's probably locked up and can't use magic.
You want a reason? Or she's dead already?
Dead or joined them. If we go along the thought that she won't join them and rebel.
I don't imagine they'd kill her this fast.
She's probably aware of at least her general situation. Down here sucks, but you definitely don't want to fuck up in front of the matron mothers.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't join, even if she doesn't join, I imagine they wouldn't kill her, just make her into an illithid.
Explain these illitives to me.
They're a hive mind. They can speak to each other. When they're alone, they're their own person, thing.
All as long as they're in range of the Elder Brain.
Any one of them gets a thought or a hint of some sort of rebellion, then they'll all know. And they'll know where.
Alec kind of like glances over his shoulder. Yeah. I'm sure those two
And
have
for
been listening the
some
whole time.
Probably.
Maybe that's what I want. Maybe I want them to notice that I'm plotting. I don't know.
Don't get us killed along with you.
It's a good way to get your
Collateral
brain
damage.
sucked out of your skull.
It'd be pretty useless to them. Wouldn't you say, Beth?
Yeah.
More like saltine crackers.
Without the salt.
Or the crackers.
I was gonna go with pretty bland, but okay.
Can't be worse than the food we get.
I can kill myself I get another bite of mushroom.
Mushroom ain't
Give me
too bad, I
a
don't
perception check.
think. Who? All of us?
All of you, yeah.
Rolls today.
God,
Oh,
I
let's
love
go.
the Menzo
An
Brins in art.
18. It's probably not even gonna do anything.
I'll show you another one.
I just love those kind of underground cavernous fortresses. They're so sick.
The art's a little small. I couldn't scale it up without it going potato quality. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty cool place. You first hear a another prisoner just kind of exclaim, just like yell out. And you look over your shoulder and you just see orange glow just starting to ooze out of the wall. And you can immediately feel the heat.
It's lava.
What do you all do?
I'm gonna back up from the lava.
Is
So
it
How
like,
close we are to it?
we'll just go to a blank map so I can draw a very bad picture with my mouse. And super little path. There we go. Resize you. Bring you down here. So here's kind of the situation. So you have the tunnel coming up and kind of like this. You guys are like over here digging.
I just see the main page map. I don't see what you're doing.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Lost Mines of Fendover stuff. The main page.
Refresh. That's on your end.
Refresh.
I saw a purple worm.
Yeah, that's not anything surprising. You guys, that was planning for the Drow attack post, Gorzar.
Mm-hmm. I figure.
Yeah.
I didn't think all of those forces were gonna be there at this exact moment.
That was just a white screen. Oh, there we go.
Just putting down things, stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
And there's so right around here is where lava starts to pour out.
Is it like how quickly is it pouring out?
Not fast, but you can also see the wall like giving way and falling with it, and it is slowly getting faster.
Yeah, it's gonna start gushing soon. I'll just proclaim time to go, and
Yeah.
I'll step out, and I guess since are we attached like in the 5-foot length?
You guys can get about 10 feet apart from each other.
All right. Well, follow me, my flock of birds. We will form the pointy arrow in the sky, only underground. I'm leaving. Yeah. Time to move.
Would initiative be better? I actually don't know.
I might recommend it.
Yeah, let's do initiative.
I have some fun things.
Our damn movement's only limited to 10 feet per turn.
I don't think I get advantage on. No, I can't think of a reason.
Hang
I
on,
have
I have
advantage
to
on
clear
initiative.
this. I didn't clear it from the last battle.
Oh,
So
the
you can
last
reroll and then you
battle.
can just change the number.
Can I pick up the higher?
Just take the first one you rolled.
I
Good.
rolled 6. Oops.
Oops.
Cheat. Well, that was only
Every
five.
time you add something, I can't.
Haha.
I'll wait.
Good
I'll
luck.
wait until you're
There we
done.
go.
Good luck.
Got it. Got it. Haha. Fuck you.
Oh, I turned the heat on and I can finally feel my fingers again.
Alright, you should be able to change
Nope.
your numbers.
I did.
Okay. Do. You add another layer of music. You in Elvish you hear one of the drow call Magma, get back. Alec moves. So I'm not really concerned about who's attached to who. You just have to, in total, like stay within 10 feet of one other person from your group.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep track of like Esmore's attached to Vath, who's attached to Malum. As long as you're within 10 feet of someone else from your trio, that's all that matters.
Okay.
And there is, just so you can differentiate, there's Alec versus all the other people. I don't have a Sneeblin token for him yet.
I'll find you one.
So he's gonna move down here and can't move any further. On initiative 20, the lava moves farther. Let's see how far it moves. Okay, you guys got lucky. You hear this person scream in horror as lava starts pouring over them, and they very, very quickly die. This mind flare just moves over here and just grabs a commoner and just like throws him back. Over here.
What is Chad?
What a chat.
This one steps up to this one, just knocks him to the ground over here. Malum.
Daisy J.
So basically the farthest you can move is one of these squares.
Yeah. I'm gonna get here. And I only have 25 feet of movement anyway.
Yeah, and you can, if you're any closer to the lava, you start getting hurt. But like even here, the immense heat is nearly unbearable. Vath.
Shit, hold on. Let's try that again. I have 30 feet of movement. Can I stand here?
Yep. Yeah, I'll move these people out of the way.
Yeah, I'll stand here. I just don't want to be close to that lava after my turn ends.
The tunnel kind of slopes, like in this kind of direction. So it's probably a safe bet that the lava's gonna move downhill. Let's see, I should probably open more character sheets. This one steps forward and looks like it's trying to cast a spell. Either to slow the lava or do something with it, but it doesn't really seem like it's working. Esmore.
He's trying to cast a spell. What the fuck? I can get here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's go one more. 25. 30.
The danger zone. The commoners will flee. This one tries to skirt around, but you see like the scraps of clothes they're wearing catch fire, and they fall and perish. This one, seeing that, just stays back here. This one tries to run. Esmore, give me a perception check real quick.
Perception. Oh, that's right. I had to reload my thing, so my character sheet's gone. Well, as soon as it loads that. There we go. Perception. Oh my god, sometime today, think. I can't scroll down. There we go. I don't know why my shit's being so slow right now. Perception.
You see one drow say something to the other, but you can't quite make it out. What they said. It was in Elvish, but 10's not quite high enough. There's a lot of commotion happening right now. I'll have to use that character art later when I have time.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny because he mentioned something about mushrooms, and it was the only art that wasn't just absolutely hideous.
They're not pretty creatures.
Nah.
You hear Alex say, "Wait, this might be our chance." And he's gonna stay there.
I like this guy. I like Alec.
I
He
think I
dies
know
on
he has an
pride.
idea.
He's the new Paul.
I think I know what's going on.
Mind flayers continue to push people. On initiative 20, which I should have done before. Okay. Hey Esmore, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Me just remembering this.
Okay. So you're gonna take half. So
Why is it pulled that way?
so you're gonna take 31 points of fire damage.
Ow.
It went that way because the slope that he told us earlier.
Oh, you moved me now.
Yeah. So you see a big chunk of the wall falls out and just a huge gout of lava comes pouring out. And you manage to step out of the way before getting fully engulfed in the lava, but you're currently on fire.
Yeah.
Malnum, give me a dex save as well. Now that you're close enough to the lava to receive fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Hey, guess what, guys? I didn't give myself fire damage.
Should
problems.
have.
As soon as my character sheet loads, because apparently I closed out of it. Oh, it was just working so well a moment ago.
You might have to refresh. I had to do it a couple times.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh.
Actually,
love how
Esmar,
I
you're
load.
not gonna be on fire because you saved it. You succeeded. You'd be on fire if you failed.
I love how everyone's character sheets load before any of mine do.
Yeah. It might go alphabetically. No, because that wouldn't make sense because Vath.
Yeah, and Zine loaded before
Well,
Malnum.
probably because it's got more information to load up, like the actual stats and that kind of stuff.
Potentially.
Probably.
Yeah.
You said a deck save?
Deck save, yeah.
I think.
Okay, you're gonna take 27 points of fire damage.
Ah, that's nothing.
You are ignited, however. Hey Vath. It's really hot.
So
Wait, my turn.
Oh yeah. My turn. Go for it.
No.
My brain.
your entire
ye-
turn was being burned.
Yeah.
Basically. I'll take a step back and I will try to grab both of the chains, like of either side for Vath and Esmore, and yank them with me.
Okay. Yeah, you can move two more squares up. You'll just pull Vath. Well, Esmer, you'll get pulled one.
And I guess I'm rolling around.
Okay. Yeah, you can use your action to put yourself out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That'll be my turn though.
Okay. Vath.
I mean, I can't really do anything right now, can I?
You can try to do
Not
things.
touching the lava is a good thing to do.
Well, I'm not. I'll just take a step back, I guess. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Okay. This Illithid takes some damage for being close to the lava. Alright. You hear the drumhead say, in Elvish, "Get back! I'm gonna close it off." Let's see. Step back. Esmore.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay. The commoners run. This one is going to stay with you. You have a friend now.
Male or female?
All the fourth.
It matters.
This is an important question.
It,
I
it
need
is
to know.
important.
Oh boy. I think it might be the young wood elf from the other cell.
Okay.
So
Protecting our
female.
lives.
If he breathes, she's a thought.
Just remember, Jordan. Simp
What?
with pride.
Shut up.
Yesterday.
Asmore be like, all women are queens.
They are all queens.
That be like, if she breathes, she's a thought.
How powerful are her thighs? Also, important question. I do
A very
need to know
important question.
It's for strategy.
Shut up.
At tactics, it helps
Yeah.
my spells work better, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, of all the people to talk about tactics, Jordan is the last one who gets to fucking
What?
complain. I have a
What?
plan. All right, what's the plan? So we
This
can
is
try to do
this isn't
stuff.
what I want to use our one fucking railroad on. Let's not, you know.
So,
Well, he did.
hang on, I have
Have
to
a plan,
roll
it's a good plan.
damage for this fucking poor mind flayer.
Nah,
Oh no,
you
the
just died.
poor mind flare.
Uh,
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, it failed. It takes 125 damage.
Okay.
And is,
Yeah,
is
fuck that.
immediately incinerated.
Man,
Oh,
it's a
no.
good thing. It's a
Mind
good thing
flare.
you passed that, huh?
No shit.
Well, no, you weren't like, because technically he was submerged in lava. You only touched lava. So you only took 10d10. He took 20d10.
Jesus. And he took how much damage?
125.
Gee.
Ish.
He's super dead.
Yeah, don't fuck with lava, boys.
Yeah.
Forbidden orange juice.
That's the plan.
This one is
We're
close
being
to
surrounded
it.
by orange juice.
The
It's
forbidden
not my
orange
favorite.
juice.
It's not my favorite flavor of Kool-Aid. I will admit.
No,
I like
this one got
orange.
lucky. Another dex save for it. It only takes 2
Pulp or no
fire
pulp?
damage.
No pulp.
Aw, weak.
And is going to move away.
Eat
Malcolm,
pulp.
anything you do before the tunnel collapses?
I just noticed it dead
Uh,
fucking.
No, I'm gonna stare down the drow.
Okay.
The lava looks like Florida. Isn't it?
Except going the wrong direction.
It was like an inverted Florida.
It looks like Japan.
Hey, our Japan trip that got canceled, it came.
It came to us.
Oh, boy.
That's
I
why
can't
it's
believe
fucking us up. It's fucking Florida.
Hey, they have a lot of orange juice in Florida.
I would have flipped
Florida
it if I
man
could,
strikes again.
Vath, you doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. And then the tunnel collapses. As this drow here casts a different spell, and you just see the ceiling just buckle and give, and it fully collapses. Blocking the lava from getting their side. You see the lava start to pool against the rubble. You're in complete darkness, so if you don't have dark vision, it's, well, the lava would give off low light. You see the lava start to like creep through the rock, and for too long, whatever pocket of lava that commoner hit empties, and it slowly begins to solidify. This chamber that you now find yourself in is incredibly hot. So you're out of initiative. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna
I
start breaking
try-
the chains.
Wait, so like,
Yeah,
is this
can I-
area safe to go near now? Like,
It's
I would
still
draw a
really
line.
hot. I'll draw a line to where the collapse site is. Collapse about here. So I will remove all of these folks.
Can I try and transform into an earth elemental?
Yeah. As you like raise the pickaxe to bring it down on the chain to break it, you just see rocks kind of shake and fly into Esmore as he builds up as an enormous rock creature, and the chains just snap off of his wrist. And Esmore is now an earth elemental.
I can't talk now. Great.
Alright, so he can transform.
yeah, it's weird.
Honestly, I
what-
thought he was just delusional.
This is one of the more, like, not weird transformations. You should see when he turns into a spider. That shit's fucking weird.
Yeah.
On that note, I am going to use Ghostly Gaze.
Range of
Wall
30
hacks,
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, so, I guess you just, like, look all around. So, probably getting close to where the lava is cooling is probably a bad idea, because it's still really hot. Even being in
Yeah.
this chamber is really hot. Like, if you stay in here for too long without finding a way out, you'll start getting, levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
You can, let's see. There is the chamber where the lava pool came from. You're not too far away. Like just like the about 20 feet or so, you can You can see another opening through the rock, but not much farther than that.
Is there any lava left in there?
Yeah, like you kind of like broke into like the top portion of it, so the lava just like drained down to a level. So off this direction, about 20 feet, there is a chamber that is not filled with lava. Of course, you could get close enough to see on the other side. You see the ghostly figures of the drow talking to each other, with the Ilth that's just like standing behind them. Pretty much everything else is pretty solid.
I will relay the information.
I can't move my element.
Oh, sorry, that I picked it from the bestiary instead of the one that you have control of.
I would like to imagine that I have a rock mustache.
Sure.
I like to not imagine that.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know why I thought of that just now. A rock.
If you have any of them, I will only accept a full handlebar.
But yeah, I let everyone know what I see in.
A rock handlebar mustache.
What does it look like when you use this invocation?
I like to imagine that my eyes just give off a crimson glow. Like you have it normal, but then like my eyes just glow.
Esmore, it's not anything you've ever seen him do before.
No, I've never seen it.
I definitely haven't seen it.
Yeah, no shit.
You magic fuckers are weird, and I'm gonna break my manacles.
Yeah, given enough time, it's easy enough to do.
You could just ask
I
me.
would
I would've
probably have
broken
done
it
that.
for
I
you.
probably would have done the same by now.
I could have easily broken that for you.
Well, I don't know if Ath can without his.
Yeah. How do you break your chains,
Fuck it.
Beth?
Brute force. Eventually, it'll fucking break.
I'll help break your chains.
Or you'll break.
No, let me do it.
You know what?
You use
No.
it.
I'll ask Asmore to do it.
The pride. Yeah, I'll break it for him.
Okay.
And in the
You
meantime,
basically
I'll-
just like put your giant like stone mitts around his hands and just like pull them apart, and the chain just like creaks and snaps.
And then I'll work on freeing Alec.
Yeah, he just don't hit my hands as he like lays the chain, like the part that connects his wrists together, like over rock, and like kind of like turns his head away.
I'll try to keep all your fingers intact and break it away.
It might take a couple of strikes, but you do break it. All of you still have your manacles attached until you guys manage to find some sort of implements to actually unlock them. They are much more difficult to remove, but you're at least not bound anymore.
What about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yours have completely broken off.
Aha, motherfuckers.
Well, Esmore, I let you know what I see around us. The world is your ocean.
Literally.
The world is your oyster.
I mean,
Do what you will. Not much we can really do.
You there. Then I'll look towards the female wood elf.
She looks terrified.
You got a name?
Didn't think of a name.
oh no.
She nods at you.
Well, we're stuck in this together anyway.
I'm gonna stick like a little nub out, like to try and give her a handshake.
She just like gingerly just like puts her hand up, like high five motion, just like someone fist bumping and someone else high fiving. Just like
It's like Iron Giant.
Basically.
God, I love that movie.
In this case, it's the stone giant, but I'm gonna look at Vath and be like, which direction should I go?
Fucking, I let you know where everything is. Just fucking choose.
I recommend aiming for the arrow drawn on the map.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I was waiting until I was told, "Hey, go that way," and then I was going.
Hey, definitely go in the lava-filled chamber.
Yeah, go into this chamber filled with lava, please.
Well, I'm gonna freak out the people who've never seen it before, and I'm gonna earth glide into the wall.
Yeah, you just lumber forward and you just meld with a rock and just disappear.
There's just a long, awkward as you enter the wall.
It's all nice weather we're having.
I'd say it's pretty hot.
What are the odds he comes back?
He's pretty useless by himself.
Hey,
You can't hear this shit.
just,
You
just
an
an
old
earth,
wall.
just an earth elemental head pokes out and stares at you. It's like,
I don't know how long we can stay in here, so hopefully find something soon.
Yeah.
In that direction of the air.
Yeah, so I'm going to take you guys off this map because this map is no longer useful.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Wrong one.
I'll have to move maps too.
We should put all the like alternate player characters in the bottom corner of this map.
See, Malnum, Ulrich. I have.
Just so we remember them.
Let me unarchive.
I don't mean we don't need to do it now. I just meant general. It'd be a nifty idea.
Cloud.
Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud. Your furry persona.
You're
I
furry.
know who he is.
You could say it's his persona.
Hey.
Okay. So Esmore, you glide in the direction using your tremor sense to sense this opening of rock, and you glide in there. And it's a steeply angled, about maybe like 30 degrees. It is. I mean, I think you have dark vision as an elemental.
I have tremor sense, and let me look.
I don't think he has dark vision, but he can see stuff around him.
Let's see.
I'm looking right now. I have I have dark vision 60 feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You also has tremor
Dark vision
sense.
and tremor sense.
Yeah, so tremor sense helps you find this open area, and then when you break into it, you can see it goes up for a ways and then curves, and then goes down at this steep angle. It just keeps going until you lose sight, and it is still and quiet in this chamber. You only earth glide about 15 and 20 feet to get into here.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way back. Can I try and break the make a tunnel from where I am now back to where they are?
Yeah, you can. It'll probably take you some time, but an earth elemental is
I mean-
probably better equipped at it than a few people with pickaxes.
Yeah, and I figure I'll be swinging the pickaxe in the direction he went, based off of what my newfound companion has told us.
Yeah. Just boom, boom, just making me a little tunnel.
Put Zine down here for now. Oliver.
Oliver.
He's dead.
Yep.
I
Rip
will not
There
be
you go.
doing anyone to kill Oliver.
Everyone except for Esmore needs to give me a Constitution save.
Something I'm okay at. What the fuck?
Are you?
Yes, I have a +9
Wait, what happened?
Constitution save.
con save for exhaustion.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming from the
Yeah,
llama.
just because it's so hot.
Oh, okay, I'll do that now then. I'll just use the washroom.
The
Cool.
washroom.
Yes.
Using the John.
I'm immune to being exhausted. Haha.
Okay.
I mean, if it had anything to do with being tired, I'd be fine, but this is heat, so.
Yeah, so all of you, including the 2 NPCs, have 1 level of exhaustion. That means disadvantage on ability checks. As you're sweating profusely, and being in the proximity of the slowly cooling spill of lava.
Hey, Magic Man, you got anything to cool it down in here?
If I did, I would have already done it.
Fair
Unless
enough.
you'd like it to be more hot.
I'd rather not.
Let's just
That's what
hope
I
your
figured.
rock friend gets to us soon. As Alec swings a pickaxe and brings down a small chunk of rock. Esmer, you're about halfway there.
Yay.
Yeah, me and Alec are just going ham on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Barely making dents.
So all of you give me another Constitution save.
Damn, I'm just rolling 4.
God.
You're telling me, dude. I think I'm gonna luck this one.
You just
Actually,
don't
no,
have.
there's no bother. It's disadvantage anyways, I think.
No, this is a saving throw, not a ability check. So you have
I
a
may as
9
well use
currently.
luck then.
Hold
I don't know how much it'll do for me. 3. Well, there's something, I guess.
So that's just enough to succeed. So Malcolm, you have 2 levels, and Alec has 2 levels. The Wood Elf has 1, and Vath has 1.
Let me bring up the exhaustion chart.
Yeah, it's under conditions.
Yep, that's the most exhaustion I've had in a D&D game. And I know it gets bad. Isn't it 5 and you just die?
Mm-hmm. The 5th one you die. I think the 3rd one is disadvantage on saving throws. So at that point it becomes like a death
speed
spiral.
halved. Yeah.
You start to feel like each impact of the earth elemental just slamming into the rock. He's very, very close. And then you bring your pickaxe down, you bring us down the whole section, and you feel the cold air just rush in from the other chamber. It'll still take a little bit to clear enough to be able to get through it, but is no issue with an earth elemental.
And I'm a thick boy.
Mm-hmm.
Thick boy right now.
Yeah, you're a very thick boy right now.
Look at these thighs.
I'd rather not. I mean, I guess as soon as the clearing opens, I'll wave everyone to go through.
Good.
Well, Alec, it seems he did come back.
Thank God for that. Takes the pickaxe with him.
Yeah, I'll bring the pickaxe as well, and probably grab a second one if there's any extras laying around.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much as soon as like people started running, they just like left their tools.
Yeah, and if there's any like shovels or buckets or anything.
Yeah, so all of you can have an improvised weapon. So it's strength based. You don't get to add your proficiency modifier unless you have Tavern Brawler.
I almost took it.
Almost. And then it'll be a D4 plus strength for damage.
Yeah.
D4
I almost took it because of
I could hit with a maximum of 1 damage.
I almost took it because my
They're not
subclass.
one too.
Good thing I can transform, because that would be useless for me.
So you have this now like dug tunnel that leads to just a slab of rock. The chamber is about 30 feet wide, but extends up in curves and down about 60 feet before ending in a pile of rubble for those of you who can see farther than 60 feet.
Hey,
It's
Rock
on
Boy.
a steep angle. It's about 30 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rock Boy. What the fuck was that?
It's the earth elemental. He can't talk to you.
I know, but I don't know that.
He can't talk to you when he's like that.
That's just a bonus. Can you
I glare him down.
close off the path that we came from and make it look natural?
Did you say that bonus thing out loud?
Yes.
I'm just gonna stare at you and not do anything.
It's better they think we're dead than we got away.
Still staring at you. Waiting for
If for whatever
you to
reason
say something.
they decide to come
As
back
more
in
close
here,
the damn doorway.
they're not gonna see our corpses. So I say we have until they decide that the lava is cool.
I'll just go over there.
But there's still a tunnel.
I'll fucking close it off.
That's true.
I so hate you.
Just grumbling to yourself.
It's just rocks grinding on each other. He's probably cursing me under his breath, and I know it.
I could kill you right now.
You could try.
You fuck are you gonna do right now?
I think I'm the only one that kind of stand a chance.
Hmm?
You can only cast a limited amount of spells without a focus.
I have Eldritch Blast still, dude. The fuck you mean?
That's true.
My
So-
damage hasn't gone down
You
anymore.
have no armor or anything.
It's the only thing
I never said I'd win. I just said I'd stand a chance.
I would stand a chance.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Anyway.
now what?
Pick a fight with her earth elemental right now. This is
Oh
fun.
no, I'd probably lose, but I could do something.
Yeah, irritate me.
Well,
Been there, done that.
I don't know how far the mind flayers can read minds and through what material, but make distance and then we can make a plan.
Pretty much what I'd say.
Yeah.
And I'll start walking off. If you can't see in the dark,
I mean, you can.
sucks. And I'll just keep walking.
Malcolm, you can see in the dark. You have dark vision.
I have superior dark vision.
Yeah. The only person who doesn't have dark vision is Esmor when he's Esmor, but he's an earth elemental right now.
Yeah. Then I don't fucking know about wood elves, but
They have dark vision.
yeah, I guess going towards as far as the tunnel will lead us.
I'll just follow.
Keeping an eye out for surroundings, creatures.
Yeah.
Hazards.
All of you just give me a perception check.
20.
Wait, all of us?
All of you, yes.
Oh.
All of you that can see anyway.
Natural
Which is-
20.
which is all of you.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
Perception.
Don't forget you're an elemental.
I only do that for physical. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that.
It's not
It's not
polymorph.
mental.
It's a druid thing.
Just druid things. I feel like that's on Jordan's bathroom wall, like in live, love, laugh.
Just druid
Do it
things.
things.
Just druid things. I'm gonna get that for you, Jordan, and you're gonna have to put it up, and you know it.
I'll put it in my bathroom.
Hell yeah.
Things I'm doing to this bathroom are just druid things.
Gross.
He's not wrong. It is nature, and I hate it.
It's slow going. The
My boobs.
the manacles are chafing and digging in all sorts of ways. Eventually, you all stop to rest, and you feel good about the distance you have made. You've been traveling through what Mountain you'd be able to identify as like a natural lava tube. It hasn't branched at all yet. It just keeps winding. It goes up and down in elevation. You're still roughly the same elevation as like where that tunnel you first dug was. Everyone else has fucking no idea. You've just been walking. You might as well like be at the center of the earth for all intents and purposes.
Feels like home.
Yep. Perks of being a dwarf and being underground and stuff.
Especially the dwarf and I almost said undercommon.
In the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the plan? I expected more of like a big monster when you'd all run away, not lava, but you know, I guess it still works.
Honestly, that's what I was hoping for too.
Never really expected to get this far and be alive, so.
I think
Let's
the
make the most
problem
of it.
is I'm gonna take a wild guess. You two are going to go back.
We don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. I don't
Well,
imagine you guys will have to come with us, but do what you want.
I'd like my stuff back.
I have a bit of a vendetta.
Then it's settled.
And I have more than my fair share of want to crush the skulls of any of the drow or the illithids.
I mean, Malcolm, I'm sure you've seen it too, but there's a whole bottom layer of the city and just like I think some Durgar are down there, but no, definitely some of my kin are too. Humans for sure.
I've seen a few.
If we played our cards right, we could just blend in with the folk, assuming that those mind flayers don't read our minds and figure out that we're escapees. In that case, we're kind of boned.
Well, then just don't think about it.
Easier said than done.
You learn. You've been here pretty long.
Yeah. I was more saying that for these two.
I think it'll be more of an issue for me.
I'd have to agree. And what of you? And I'll look to the girl. Can't guarantee your safety outside. But if we can get you to the town, maybe. Don't know what you're capable of.
If you're going back, I'll go with you.
Can you fight?
I think so. She's like
That's
still
very
holding a
reassuring.
pickaxe, but like kind of like clutched to her chest. Like she's just looking at her, she's not a fighter.
Yeah. You cast spells, or you don't seem to be good with a physical weapon.
I can try my best.
I don't think it's a good idea. I'll be honest.
Just stay in the middle, I guess.
Just nods in agreement.
Well, I'm tired. and he's just gonna plop down and roll on his side.
Guess I'll keep watch.
I guess I'll try to find some fucking mushrooms to eat. And
Yeah.
Alec like wanders off.
Matt's just gonna sit down and read his book.
Bring me one with a little moss on it.
You don't have it with you.
Pretty sure I can recall it, can't I?
It hasn't worked when you were in the cell, so you currently don't have it with you.
Wait, what are you trying to get?
Home. I need to see. I don't know the exact details of the shit.
Will we taking a long rest?
I am.
Seems that
I'm
way.
at least taking a rest.
Yeah, or short rest.
Exhaustion.
Where we go.
Exhaustion really sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're taking a long rest, then I'll transform back into Esmore. If not, then I'm not going to, because, reasons.
As far as as far as it seems, Malnum is taking a long rest.
Can I recall my tome, Danny? Or can I try to?
Well, you can try to.
Yeah, it takes about like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, and
I got hurt by lava, so.
you can do the ritual during your watch. You struggle to find the materials that you need just in the surrounding area. But you manage to call together what you think is going to be sufficient to recall your tome. But it doesn't come back to you.
Well, I'm guessing she's a little bit pissed off. She'll come around, I guess. Well, if that's the case, then I should probably rest at some point.
Aren't you still a coffee lock? Or did you change that?
Doesn't fucking matter what I am right now. Unfortunately.
Oh shit, yeah. Fucking warlocks, man.
Fickle patrons.
Yep.
Just be a celestial warlock next time.
Yeah, my bad. Shit.
God damn.
Then you can heal too.
Should have picked a patron that doesn't care.
I fucking picked my patron.
That's even better.
It's also fair.
And also fair, yeah.
Yeah, then Vat, just give me a perception check.
Nice.
You are quite distracted. I mean, you had a stroke of good luck. Esmore happened to be thrown in the same cell you were. Your brain wasn't sucked out of a hole through your skull.
Thank God.
You weren't turned into an illithid. That's very good news. And some stupid slave broke open a lava pocket, which allowed you to escape.
The day that I showed up, stupid things happen around people. What are the odds?
You also managed to get the same cell as two people who've been in the system for a while.
Hey, y'all happen to get into a cell with somebody who can transform into something that can dig tunnels.
Oh, very true. We probably would have died if you weren't capable of doing that.
Yeah.
But Tiamat not responding is weighing heavily for sure.
Yeah.
Eventually you realize that you have been staring at nothing for too long, and you should probably go and wake someone else up.
I'm gonna wake up Esmore.
Okay.
Okay.
Esmore, give me a perception check.
I can do that. Woo.
It's pretty quiet. You hear very distant sounds of things moving. There's probably some sort of God, I have to sneeze. It's not happening.
Bless you.
Well, effects.
Ugh.
I hate it when people do that to me, so I feel you.
Say bless you before they sneeze, and they're like, what? And then they don't sneeze, like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, because the buildup, you know the release of the sneeze is going to be great.
There's probably some far off chamber, and just the acoustics of this tunnel make sound carry really, really far. You then hear very faint, light footsteps. Someone who's good at being quiet trying to be quiet, but you still hear it. And they're approaching.
Great. I think it's wake everybody. Nah, I'm gonna kind of sneak and like hide around like the corner of the entrance, wait for them to come in. That way I can see who it is, and then I can.
Oh, yeah, like it's like a lava tube. Like it's just a tunnel. There's not like really any alcoves.
Oh.
And you can still give me a stealth check.
Yeah, I'll try and be stealthy. Ooh,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
you press yourself into the wall where it like just like kind of has a divot. You press yourself in it, and then you see Alec walking very carefully and quietly, and he's just got an armful of different kinds of fungus.
I'll see. That's why I don't wake people, just in case. You never know who it is. I'll just yell out.
And
Find your mushrooms.
He like kind of looks up suddenly. Oh, I didn't see you. Fucking hate this shit. Yeah, I got some food if you want some. I think they're all edible.
Mushroom. Yeah, I'll take some.
It's bland and rubbery, and there's some that are faintly bitter. All around rather unpleasant texture and taste. But
I have a spell called Purify Food. Yeah, Purify Food and Drink, but I don't have it prepared.
oh no.
Oh no.
If only you knew you were going to be trapped in a place that only serves mushrooms.
Poisonous mushrooms.
It only rids them of poison disease. Is all it does. But
yeah, if any of them were like poisonous, you'd be able to fix them and eat them. Yeah, you take some. Like it's unsatisfying, but it's filling.
Something.
Yeah. Eventually, your watch comes to an end. Alec goes to sleep pretty soon after he comes back.
I guess I'll wake up Malnum.
All right.
5 more minutes.
Now.
Fuck you. And he'll get up. No signs of something, I assume?
No. The mushrooms over there if you're hungry.
And then I'm going to wake up the Wood Elf as well.
Okay.
Let her sleep.
They have trance.
You assume what else don't sleep?
Yes.
She is just like on her side, like tucked into a ball. And you walk over and wake her up. Is something happening?
No, just watch change. Watch with me or watch with Alec. I guess. I don't know who's next. Take your pick.
Okay. And she sits up and just like kind of nervously starts like watching both ways.
And then I'm just taking regular watch. Towards where we came from mostly.
Okay. Give me a perception check with advantage because she's helping.
Doesn't matter.
Nope. 11. Like you hear faint sounds in the direction that you were traveling, not from behind you.
Alright. Then I guess I'll focus more of my attention towards where I'm taking the sounds from and sit around.
The wood elf says,
Eat.
How long have you been down here?
With the drow or in general?
She kind of shrugs. With the drow?
With the drow, about a year. Give or take. Don't really have a way to keep time too accurately. And the Underdark, always. Never seen the sun. It's a fickle thing. We'll get you back.
Think so?
We'll try to.
Her name is Annalise.
Nope. Malnum. No last name. Well, wherever you're from, hopefully we can at least get you back to the surface. But there's no use in fretting over things that you don't know. Focus on the now. Do what you can. Survive.
And she takes one of the mushrooms from the pile and just like nibbles it. You can see her just like kind of grimace at the taste, but she still eats.
They ain't good. But it's something.
Okay. And you all finish your watches. Nothing really of note happens. But Beth, please come with me.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
You are in the midst of a nightmare. This isn't like a lucid vision that you get when, Tiamat communicates with you.
Yeah.
You're amidst a slaughter. And it's all faces you recognize. Not just family, but Zine's in there, and Esmore.
Mm-hmm.
And many of the others you have come to rely on and travel with. And then amidst the chaos, everything suddenly freezes in place. And you feel a sense of calm wash over you. as if everything's gonna be okay. And suddenly you're, instead of being frozen, locked in this, you are lucid.
Guessing I pissed someone off. Guess I'll just look around.
You turn around, you see a man in incredibly simple attire. Like living on the streets adjacent. And on him, there's perched a couple of like yellow finches. Like on his shoulders, on his head, there's like 5 of them. And he's just looking around, just surveying the scene. He looks sad.
Guess I'll walk over to him.
He looks up to you, and it's, you don't know who this is. You don't recognize him anywhere. They've got a heavily wrinkled face from many years of hard life and deep emotion.
What's got you down?
Is this why you follow her?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Is this why you follow her?
What do you mean?
Oh. I know the pain, and be honest with yourself. Why do you follow her?
For strength?
I don't think that's quite it.
Then you tell me.
Strength for what?
Revenge? It's a means to an end, I guess.
He turns, and one of the birds just like flutters around you. Says, what happened to you is certainly unjust. Revenge. It may feel good. It might feel like the right thing. I'm afraid I've seen many seek it and be empty when they finally have it. I am not saying you shouldn't pursue the ones that did this to you.
But what you're saying is the way I'm going about it.
I'm afraid the means will catch up to you before the end.
So what do you propose then? No one else has offered me any solutions other than her.
I'm afraid it's more complicated than that. Your relationship. Do you know who I am?
Not a clue.
When you say that, give me an Arcana check. Or history or religion. Any of those work.
21.
The simple attire, specifically the 5 yellow birds. When you say I have no idea, and then you like meet his gaze, something clicks. Like you probably studied Tiamat in your studies, and it was one of the things that made the ritual that sent you on this path even possible. But along with her, she has a brother.
Wait. Okay. What's his name again?
Bahamut,
It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Bahamut the Platinum Dragon. And he has 5 gold dragon consorts. And all of this kind of hits you in the same moment where you say, I have no idea.
As soon as I say that, and all that hits me, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe that's not quite right. If you're talking to me about Tiamat, then that must mean you're Bahamut.
You are smart, Vath. The brutal, bloody scene that surrounds you is erased. And you are in a kind of shapeless area. There's low mist. Do not be surprised as his form, way more gracefully than Esmore ever changes shape, takes form of a enormous gleaming platinum dragon. He's got kind of long whiskers that come off of his face. Each of the birds land and they form long, kind of Asian-style dragons, gleaming, each of their scales gleaming gold. There is another path for you, though it is not easy.
It never is. But I didn't take an adventure like this for things to be handed to me. So what is it you wish of me?
She will pursue you.
I figure as much.
She has been using you as a tool for her own means.
Yeah, I kind of started getting that idea as soon as she threw me away when I lost the masks. Then again, you probably already knew that.
Indeed. You two are irrevocably linked.
Me and Tiamat.
You invoked magic more powerful than you know.
I don't understand.
Do not expect you to. Vath, seek and you will find.
You're telling me all this, but what's your motive behind this?
You asked that, but the vision of full Bahamut is gone. Either he left, which is also like Tiamat's MO. She just kind of leaves whenever she wants. Or the connection is tenuous, or myriad of reasons. But you don't get your answer. But you wake up, not at a start, but a deep sense of calm, and you haven't felt this way in a long time. Let's go back.
Yeah. Any number, it says any number of willing creatures that you can see within range, and that's within 30 feet. It won't let me add these fucking spells. Been having these fucking issues. Let me try resetting.
How's it going?
I've been trying to add my 8th level spells. I forgot to do that, but it won't let me add it into my fucking thing. I'm dragging it in, but it's not adding it.
Strange.
I'm gonna refresh the page.
So you all wake up. You have recovered from your exhaustion.
Just 1 point, right?
I actually don't know how that part of exhaustion works.
I've only ever had 1 point of exhaustion, so I'm not sure either.
I'll say you fully recovered because you're no longer in the area that's causing the exhaustion. Like, you have removed you from the source. Like, it was, if you got exhaustion, like 2 levels of exhaustion from like traveling, yeah, you'd only reduce it by 1. Because you're not any longer like being cooked in an oven. You guys have fully recovered.
Yeah.
Okay. For future insight, it reduces by 1 per long rest.
Yeah, I just looked it up, but because you guys have removed yourself from the source of.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
I don't want exhaustion. I don't want exhaustion at all.
Yeah, but like if you guys were like traveling in some area that was very cold, and you got 2 levels of exhaustion from that, and then you rested, you'd take 1 off, but you'd still maintain, unless you like return to somewhere more temperate.
You don't for some reason have like character sheet locked, do you?
Why? Nothing has changed.
I don't know. I was saying I can't add my 8th level spells for some weird reason.
Is your sheet popped out?
No.
You can edit it.
Oh my fucking god.
Weird.
Oh yeah? How'd that Arcana check go for you?
I. Oh, I fucking hate you, Danny.
I mean, what else is new?
Danny is probably the person that we consistently tell the most that we hate him.
That's how I know I'm doing my job right.
True.
Just when he gets a reaction of "fuck you," he knows he did good.
I think this is a good place to stop, actually.
I don't want to stop.
I know.
I think that's a good place to stop. But then again, I just had a fucking bit with
Yeah, you had a thing. But
I need to think.
This is the point where like I need to like actually figure out what's happening next. And I don't know what that is yet, so.
I get this feeling you're gonna want me to message you at some point, huh?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I don't necessarily have to have any sort of answer.
All right, cool.
What's the Are we gonna do another one-on-one?
Let's see.